Hey everybody, Mr. Skoricki here again, and we're going to talk about the Renaissance art, the art of the Renaissance. Big thing is we have to figure out how did art change and why we would even care about that. So we're going to explain the changes in art during the Renaissance, we're going to evaluate how it influences us today, and we're basically going to show you how we went from this to stuff like this, and eventually the art you see today. Again, please make sure you watch the introductory video to hear why all this is important. Why are we taking time to look at art specifically? We're not really going to look at art that much. It's not an art history class, so why are we doing it? Check it out. I think you'll like it. Here are the standards we're dealing with. Again, anytime you want me to clarify that, just please contact me. I'll be happy to explain what those are and why they're there. Okay. One of the big reasons art changed during the Renaissance is that now it wasn't by the church. It was by individuals, people that want art. Now we think nothing of this. Like, yeah, I want a poster for my room. I want to watch a movie. I want to, rent a movie and stuff. Why wouldn't I pay for it? Back then, art was a public thing only. It was not owned by individuals. Okay? So what happened is there were a lot of Italian traders. That happens in Italy because it's kind of the best place for it to start. Italy's a huge trading center at this point. Art basically communicated a lot of different values. Social values, political values, spiritual values. If you were, hardcore with the Roman Catholic Church, if you were split from the church, if you were one of those that followed the Reformation, the Protestants. And these people had money to spend on things like this. Okay, so they're the ones that did it. And that's one of the biggest reasons you can see the change is that no longer was it the church and major groups. Now it was individuals with their own tastes, found artists they liked. Just like you don't listen to every single person that sings, you have your artists you enjoy. And then there were some public art things as well, but they were supposed to be enjoyed by everybody, not just by members of a group. They were supported by guilds. Guilds kind of like a union. All right. Owning art was a form of competition, and it showed social and political status. So, if you can tell the difference between different forms of this artwork, Renaissance art definitely is the first time we see things that are pictures of usually people or people-like things that look how people actually look. It's based on the real world. Colors tend to be a little warmer. They're not depressing pieces. They're not supposed to make you cry. They're supposed to make you go, oh, that's wonderful. As they say, the colors are rich and warm. Anatomically, they're correct, even when it's something that would be really gross. Like this picture here of Judith killing, remember it's Judith or Samson? Judith or Delilah killing Samson. Again, it's from the Bible, but notice these people are not dressed like biblical figures. They're dressed like people of this time. And you can see there's blood spraying out where she's cutting off his head. So there you go, Judith and the Holofernes, cutting off of his head. We will cut that part out. So go ahead and explore the rest of the resources. See what you can find out about art. Once you go through, once you feel comfortable, you feel like you really understand why we're looking at this in a history class, and you can relate it to what we talked about before, that's the time for you to move on. All right? See you around.